we doing, everybody? Ooh, great turnout. Not really, but thank you for all that did come tonight. We got the Cool Kids Club back there. I can't talk shit, though. I look like I smoke cigarettes with my kids in the car. Big fat windows rolled all the way up. It's a myth, secondhand smoking. But no, y'all see Dwight Howard's been in the news. Yeah, boy's been balling out a little too hard. Well, that's the thing about basketball. You see, like, sports gamblers, you know, when they're watching a game they got money on. It's very homoerotic, you know? It's like, in the hole! Dig deep! Yeah, get in the tank! Get in the paint, boy! Come on! It's messed up. Anybody else fuck a pumpkin this week? Woo! Rip them guts out. Hell yeah. What else they call it? A jack-o'-lantern. Damn. Yeah, we got our first comedian of the night. He's a stud coming out of Auburn, originally from Atlanta. And y'all give it up for Scott Walker.
Woo!
What's up, everybody? My name's Scott Walker. I like to tell people I'm from Atlanta because I think that gives me some kind of street cred. But I grew up in the suburbs, so I can't really say I'm from the street. But I was holding it down the avenues, you know what I'm saying? It's like I had a lot of respect in the boulevards. It's a different kind of street. Growing up, I wanted to be a professional boxer. You know, I fell in love with the sport. You know, it was a path for people who came from nothing to become something great. And I idolized all the greats. You know, Joe Louis, Marvin Hagler, Muhammad Ali. And I saw all these names, and I thought to myself, you know what's missing from that list? A white kid from the suburbs. And they say in fighting, you win or you learn. I won some, but I learned a lot, okay? I learned it sucks getting hurt, like fucked up by professional fighters, yeah. It doesn't feel too good. Halloween's coming up next week. Growing up, I loved Halloween. Every Halloween, I would dress up as my favorite silent film star, Charlie Chaplin. And every year, people would call me a fascist piece of shit. I was like, what the hell? I'm just an 8-year-old boy that loves silent film, okay? I didn't learn about Hitler until middle school. You can't blame me for that. The public education system failed me. Come on. What's wrong with you people? I got a text message from Wells Fargo this weekend that said, do you recognize this $500 charge to SeaWorld? Usually I'd be mad. I think credit card theft is terrible. I think people that steal from other people are pieces of shit, but stealing somebody's credit card to ball out at SeaWorld is probably the most hilarious way to commit credit card fraud. I kind of respect it. I was like, you know what? If this guy wants to go that bad, I'm going to buy a ticket too. I'm going to meet him there. This guy seems cool. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be great. People say you shouldn't get tattoos because you won't like the way they look when you get older. And it's like, yeah, because like grandparents' skin looks so good without tattoos on it. It's like, I've never met somebody that's like, yeah, I would have fucked that 80-year-old lady, but did you see her tattoos? Oh my god. Yeah, I prefer no ink on my loose and wrinkly skin. I think iPad kids are sad to see. You know, it's like you see kids at dinner tables watching movies on iPads, and it's like, that's terrible. But I don't think we're ready for the next level, and that's parenting in VR. Yeah, it's like, why would you put an iPad in front of that kid and you could strap an Oculus to that little fucker's skull? That'll be great for his development, I'm sure. When India was under British rule, the English were concerned with the amount of venomous cobras in the territory, so they put out a bounty on cobras, which seems smart. But the bounty for cobras was higher than the price of breeding cobras. So Indian dudes just started breeding cobras to turn them into the English people to collect bounties. When the English found out, they were pissed. They canceled the program, and then all the Indian dudes just let their cobras loose in the territory. I don't really have a joke about that. I just think it's fucking hilarious. I have a hypothesis, too. It's like you see all these alien sightings, and it's like, what if they're not actually aliens? What if they're illegal aliens? You know? It's like, just based off the description, they're small, intelligent creatures capable of building things that we aren't. Sounds kind of like Mexicans to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone on that. I saw recently in the news that the guy that created Buc-ee's, the gas station, his son got arrested for having video recording equipment in the bathrooms. Isn't that crazy? I didn't even know that was illegal. I had to shut my operation down. I got married a couple months ago, so I no longer watch porn. As much as I used to. And people are like, why would you watch other people have sex when you could just have sex with your wife? And it's like, yeah, I got a football at home. Me and my wife could go in the backyard and toss it around. But I still want to see Patrick Mahomes throw some Hail Marys, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the pros do it at a high level. I think therapy is great. I think more people should do therapy. I think men should do therapy more often than females. Because if you didn't know this, the male suicide rate is 4 times higher than females. I know, right? What a bunch of pussies. No, I'm kidding. It's because guys, we don't like to share our emotions. We don't like to be vulnerable, and we don't like to cry. And I think guys should cry more often. And a great place to cry as a man is a crowded gun range. There's something about just bawling your eyes out while telling everybody that you've had a hard time lately, while holding a semi-automatic rifle, that you get a lot of people's attention. They're like, what is going on with that guy? We got to keep an eye on that dude. But it feels great. It feels great. I am double vaxxed. I got the vaccine twice. I also got COVID twice. I don't think I really needed it. But out of all my friends that I asked, it's like, did you get it? Did you get it? The only people that said no was my black friends. And I was like, what's up with that? And they told me, they're like, the government tried to shoot people up with syphilis to see if it gave them superpowers or something. And I was like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up that the U.S. government did that. So next time there's something I don't know about, I'm going to consult my black friends before I jump on board and be like, hey, Elon Musk wants us to jump on a spaceship and go colonize Mars. Does that sound like a good idea? And they're going to be like, white man, ship, colonize. That sounds like slavery. I'm not doing it. Like, hey, I'm staying back here with you guys. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. That's all I got, everybody. Thank you so much.
Y'all give it up for Scott one more time. Hell yes. Come on with it, jokes. We need to wake y'all up a little bit. Let's play a little schoolboy game. Y'all remember Simon Says? Heck yeah. It's a little stupid, but we'll do it. Simon Says, touch your head. There we go. Simon Says, touch your belly. Nice. Touch your nose. Ah, there we go. No, Simon Says, take off your shirt and show your breasts. Come on. Look, I'm fucking Simon. And I'm just playing. My sister got married a few weeks ago. Clap it up. Marriage, it's good. Babies, she's thinking about having a kid. And I already know she's not going to let me hang out with my niece or nephew. Just not going to happen. And look, I'm not a weirdo, but scratch that. I'm a weirdo, but it would be awkward when she comes home from the movies. She's like, did you smoke weed with my 9-year-old? I'd be like, no, I smoked it, and then I just blew it in his little face. Stressing him out, dude. Too much Khan Academy. But oh man, we got another great comedian coming up. He's from this area as well, and he's a local legend. Y'all give it up for James Etchison.
Kill it.
I'm 35 years old. A lot of my friends are comedians in their 20s. And they like to ask me these creepy hypothetical questions that I don't want to answer. I had one comic friend come up to me and say, hey James, would you make out with your brother to save your dad's life? I don't think that's the type of diabetes my dad has. Growing up in school, in high school, I was always the class clown, which worked out great for me until I got my ass beat by the class Batman. Halloween is coming up. I wasn't allowed to celebrate Halloween when I was a kid because my mom was very religious. And she said that Halloween was Satan's birthday. And she did not want anyone celebrating Halloween. So much so that instead of giving out candy on Halloween, she printed out Bible verses on little strips of paper and wrapped them around razor blades. For Halloween this year, my sister is going as a slutty witch. She got a big black hat and a long black dress and a prosthetic nose that looks very realistic with a wart on it and green face paint, arm paint, anything that shows. Instead of paying me back the $250 she owes me, which is why I've been calling her a slut. Do you know what a knoll is? Knoll? It's a small mound or hill. The only time I've ever heard that word used is in one context, and one context only. It's by conspiracy theorists who say that because of the trajectory of the shot that killed John F. Kennedy, the gunman could not have been in the nearby warehouse as claimed, but must have been hiding behind a grassy knoll. I haven't heard that word before or since in any other context, and I took 2 semesters of geology at Auburn University. That is a hell of a cover-up. The CIA made a word disappear. Yeah, in high school, I remember I was kind of a class clown. I was kind of belligerent. I remember one time sitting in class and I raised my hand. And I said, "Excuse me, teacher, when am I ever going to need this information?" And she got so mad at me. She threw the vagina diagram right at my face. I used to read books for fun before the internet. I used to read these books called The Chronicles of Narnia. It was about this mystical land, and the whole land of Narnia is just a Christian allegory. It's got to be the worst place to be gay. No wonder they're so deep in the closet. Dating's not going well. What I don't get is they've got this new thing now called polyamory. That doesn't make much sense to me. Because how can a woman have 6 partners and no one told her not to dye her hair that color? I did go on a double. Oh no, sorry. I went on a single date. I went on a date to see the movie Barbarian, and there was this huge twist at the end where she didn't know it was a date. I think kids are great. I have 2 kids. I didn't get the kind of kid that I had my hopes and dreams set for, which is a kid with a speech impediment where he talks like this, you know? And I'd name him Reginald. That kind of kid is so cute to me. And like, even if that kid is a huge asshole, even if that's the worst kid ever, at least he can't be all the way racist. Soft dogs. Alright. You gotta be careful what you say. I don't know if you saw at the Oscars probably 9 years ago by the time I stopped telling this joke. But I don't know if you saw at the Oscars that Chris Rock made a joke about Will Smith's wife having alopecia. And Will Smith got so mad that he walked up stage and slapped Chris Rock, and that surprised me. Because I've been making jokes about people with alopecia for years, and it has never seemed to raise any eyebrows. Growing up, I became very depressed. Just happens eventually. And I remember as a teenager, I was really depressed, and my mom decided to give me some advice. I fucked the joke up. There's a beginning part. Alright, pretend I said this before. Growing up, I was really happy, you know, as a kid, a little kid. I was perfectly content just watching PBS, watching Bob Ross paint. But things changed, and I did grow more depressed. And my mom gave me some advice. She said, "Why don't you try painting the wall of your room, you know, like your favorite artist?" And I was like, at that point, I was like, Kurt Cobain? Jesus Christ. Just kidding. just said, you need to turn to Jesus. All right, I got two more. I'm not a very brave person, but at least I'm not like my uncle. My uncle is terrified of getting shots. That is such a childish thing to me. I remember talking to him the other day, and he said he was just so torn up. He was just devastated that he had to get a shot next week. And I remember thinking, Uncle Larry, you should have thought about that before you murdered all those school children. My final joke is this. I read an article recently that said that the smell of fresh cut grass is actually a distress signal. For who? Who is coming to the rescue of grass? I'm sorry, grass. No one has your back. Not since you shot JFK. Thank you. I've been James Etchison. Give it up for your host, Mr. D. Bryson Byrne.
Heck yes, great job, James. Killing that stuff. I like that old polyamory joke. We're an accepting community. I think, do whatever you want. You're trans or whatever, but that's the thing. You got a lot of people doing it. A lot of people turning, penises into vaginas. A lot of vaginas turning into, well, I guess you kind of got to borrow the extra tissue. It's going to be a penis shortage soon enough. Somebody walking around with a little Buffalo Wild thing. Like, dude, does that have fur on it? Dude, put that back in your pants. But also, man, I had this thought too, man. Everybody's concerned about another pandemic coming around. But I'm not worried. I'm prepared. I'm a pro herd immunity, and I do my part. Every time I go to the bathroom, gotta take a poop, I just don't wash my hands, and then I'll walk out and just start high-fiving everybody. Spreading the antibodies, baby. Spreading the love. All right, everybody. We got our next comedian. He's straight out of Montgomery. He runs an open mic in Montgomery, and he's done a lot for the scene. You guys give it up for Jasper Cruz.
Y'all give it up for y'all's host, DBB, one more fucking time. How are you guys doing? Y'all excited to be here? Y'all are really ugly. I'm just kidding. You guys kind of look like y'all used to tailgate at Walmart really hard. I respect it. I grew up with them. I get it. I'm from Montgomery, which is crazy. I was born and raised in Atlanta, which is also crazy because one of my friends the other day told me I was Atlanta white. And I didn't know how to take that. I mean, I've watched a lot of Tyler Perry movies and danced to a lot of Chris Brown songs. Like that "excuse me, miss" shit. Yeah, I used to do that shit all the time. But I like to do comedy strictly because it's like therapy to me. And I think a lot of people can agree with that. I like to get up here, show my dick and like really just get into it. But, and I can't really afford therapy. But I just have a fucked up family, and that kind of explains why I need therapy. Like, for instance, my dad one time came to me and said, "Jasper, you weren't an accident. You were a trick." He looked me in my eyes on my 6th birthday at Stevie B's Pizzeria and dropped that shit on me. And I didn't know how to take it. I didn't know how to take it at all. And, he gave me that thought to suck on for a few years. And he finally told me on my 18th birthday, you weren't an accident, you were a trick. It's because whenever me and your mom did that shit, y'all know what I'm talking about, the birds and the bees, she told him that she got her tubes tied. And the dumbass believed it. The dumbass believed it. And growing up, and how many times he called me a trick, at least I'm not the dumbass who trusted an Asian prostitute. I know it's kind of shocking to hear that I'm Asian since I have a red beard. I promise you guys I didn't dye this or get it from sucking off gingers. My dad's a little bit Irish and a little retarded, so we just go with it. But, before I started doing comedy, I actually worked on an ambulance as an EMT for a few years. And doing that at a young age, you see a lot of really fucked up shit. But you learn to make light of it. like everybody else in the field. Like, I don't know if y'all know this, but they don't do CPR anymore, like mouth to mouth, if someone dies and you're trying to resuscitate them. They use this thing called a Lucas machine. And it's like a little robot that just sits there and pumps the fuck out of their chest like a T-Pain music video while you just stand there and watch and like administer drugs every now and then. And that makes it so much more awkward for the people that are sitting there, like standing there, because the family's crying, like, oh, do what you have to do to save his life. And we're just like, we're doing it. He's dead. But like, you see so much fucked up shit. Like, but one thing they don't teach you in EMT school is how you have to steal supplies to survive on the ambulance. Because I don't know if y'all know, but the government's kind of broke. They're busy right now, it seems like, except Joe's sleeping somewhere. But we would have to steal supplies from the hospitals. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm from Atlanta, so stealing for me is fun. And I like to upgrade each time I steal, like, what's the coolest shit I can steal from a hospital? So this one time I went into this patient's room, and one of the first things you do when you go in a patient's room is you look for, like, their belongings, you know, all the good shit you can steal. But this one woman didn't have anything. You know, I was feeling that emptiness, and I was craving to just take something. And so I go into the bathroom, and the bathroom's about the size of this little stage right here, and I'm looking around, and there's nothing I can steal at all. I'm like a little kid looking for something bad to do. And I stop, and I look at the wall, and I see a hand sanitizer dispenser. It stares at me, I stare back at it. I walk up to that bitch, rip it off the wall, throw it on the back of the fucking ambulance, and just leave. And then I later take it to my girlfriend like I'm a cat bringing a dead bird to her. Like it's her birthday, like, here you go. What a birthday gift. But I'm broke, like I said. I can't really afford birthdays. Does anybody have a birthday coming up? Raise your hand if you had a birthday. Woo, yeah, my girlfriend has a birthday. That's good, because that's leading into my next joke. I'm broke, so I don't know what to get her. There's one thing that I know that she really fucking wants. And that's to peg me. Some girls can relate to that. Fellas, have you ever been pegged before? Do you know what pegging is? You do? The act of kind of just being your girlfriend's little bitch. And I don't really know how to fucking take that, and I don't want to learn how to take that. But I feel like after I would like give up my b-hole virginity to her, it would just change things in our relationship like completely. Like, I'll be walking around in the house and she'll just like nudge me and then fucking buck at me. Or like just call me her little prison bitch. And then the next thing you know, we're in Walmart and she's telling me to hold her pocket. I'm gonna fucking walk in the room and a honey bun's gonna be on the pillow waiting for me to fuck. That joke's for my buddy Dun Dun. She's not here tonight, but apparently in prison, honey bun means you want to fuck. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. I love honey buns. And I don't know if I really want her to rearrange my insides like that. I really don't. I already have really bad like insides. Like I have probably Crohn's disease. I'm too broke to go to the hospital. But I got that from at an early age just eating really bad fucking food. My dad worked at a pizza place all my life, really, and so he would take me to work, you know, like broke people do. They take their kids to work. And I would build like fucking forts out of pizza boxes. And my favorite thing to do was to eat pepperonis. Like just a handful of pepperonis. And I'd be walking around Domino's like a little mafia boss, just handful of pepperonis, like, what kind of pizza can I get for you? And then that place got robbed, and I really didn't know what to do after that. I guess they shouldn't let little Asian kids run the front. But I mean, like I said, I got bad insides. I have hemorrhoids, obviously. That's probably one reason why I don't want her to peg me. I mean, that can work as lube. While we're on the topic of hemorrhoids, I think some words should like really change. Like, I don't like the words hemorrhoids. I think they should like swap places with Asperger's. I don't think I have to like describing why. I think y'all get that. I mean, look at my eyes, guys. It looks like I'm fucking Pete Davidson's like twin he was supposed to eat in the fucking womb. It's sad. It's sad. But I guess I can't help it. I can't help that I look like I stayed up all night playing Call of Duty and calling people racial slurs. You guys look like y'all do that a lot. It's the Carhartt hat. Y'all are wearing a lot of tan. Y'all wearing a lot of tan. I like your Bluetooth headphones. Are you autistic?
Basically.
A little bit? I respect that. I respect that. I got my dad a pair of Bluetooth headphones for his birthday because I think he's a little bit autistic, which everyone's on the spectrum. You know, it's fine. But he's the type that when you bring autism to him, he's like, nah, you're just gay. Yeah, and until I got him a fucking pair of Bluetooth headphones, and the one thing he watches, this is the only reason why I think he's a little autistic, he watches tornado videos. Tornado videos. And that's fine. You know, like I said, everyone's on a spectrum. You have your little vice. People do cocaine. It could be worse. But I'm sitting there smoking weed, which is, you know, pretty fun. And he comes out there and he's talking to me. He's got one of the headphones off to the side, and he just goes, oh shit, it's funneling, and then runs back inside. And he's so old, like he's sitting there shuffling because he's going so fucking quick. There's a trail of dust behind him. And I walk into his room, and he's standing in front of the flat screen TV, just like this, just standing there with his mouth open, like he's watching an NBA YoungBoy music video, and just having a blast. And it got to the point where he watched so many tornado videos that when I would introduce him to like comedians that I worked with out of town. Like I worked with one from Oklahoma City, and he was like, oh, I was in Oklahoma City earlier. He's like, oh, really? What part? What part were you in? He's like, I was in so-and-so watching a tornado video. This motherfucker's talking like he toured in Afghanistan by watching tornado videos. He's an interesting character. A lot of my stand-up is based around him because he raised me. But like I said, he's one of those parents that are just kind of homophobic. And that's fine. We all have them. We're in the South. But I like to tease him a little bit. Like, I know some of y'all have seen that meme of like the two black gay men kissing. We have like smart TV, so he'll be sitting there watching like football games, and then I'll just toss that on the screen, and all of a sudden from my room I hear, oh shit! And so one of the things I like to do is do like a lot of video editing for freelancing to make extra money. So I did the glorious favor of photoshopping that video on a tornado as soon as it starts funneling. So he's interested about 45 seconds in, and he's just like, oh yeah, it's fucking funneling. And all of a sudden I just throw in a picture of a big black dick, and he's like, oh shit! Oh! And it scares me, so I walk in there, and he's just bricked up hard as shit. Just hard as shit. I'll leave y'all off with one thing. I heard this quote that really stuck with me recently, and it's by this guy that goes by the name Dracula. I don't know if y'all will get what I'm about to say, but this quote goes, I'm a dog. I'm biting fart bubbles in the bath. And that's how I like to live my life. So anyways, I've been Jasper Cruz. Y'all have a great night. Give it up for y'all's host, DBB. That cute motherfucker.
Great job, Jasper. Thanks for sharing that personal stuff. I'm in the same boat with you. I had a threesome with my girlfriend recently. Clap it up. Yeah. And first, it was a little weird seeing two other big bulls just tap onto her. But then it was just I could sit in the corner, not sweat as much. Let her. It was for her, so. And that's good. But also had this thought, too. I was a big stuffed animal kid growing up. Y'all remember Webkins? Yeah. Man, I had about 15 of those things. You could always tell the wealth of a family by how many Webkins the kid had. They had 40. You know, you need to run away. That little girl's crazy spoiled. But when I got into high school, my mom was like, you got to give those away. You got to hand them over to Goodwill. And that's what we did. But I go, Mama, let me spend one more night with them. So I scattered them all out on the bed. I got naked. I hadn't done that before, but I got naked and laid with my animals. Stuck this little pink elephant between my legs. And then the next morning, we bagged them up and gave them to Goodwill. And I just hope to God they cleaned them before giving them to those needy children. Some little kid's like, oh, this one's sticky, Mom. That's weird. They're all sticky. Sorry, that's a crime in every U.S. state. But yeah, we're about to take a little 10-minute break. Y'all get some drinks. We got 2 more comedians, so it'll be about 20 minutes once we get back. But y'all go get some drinks and then come right back out here. All right. See y'all. All right, folks, we're about to start it back up. We got 2 more comedians, so stick around. Don't listen to my advice. I give advice like Kevin Gates, you know. Like, so what you do is you don't want to drink or eat water for 275 days, you understand? And naturally, the moisture retains inside your body. And so what you do is semen retention. Basically, when every time you got a nut, you get a little plastic cup, swish it around, and it stays inside your body like that. I think that's how you do it. I'm not too sure, but... Well, we got another big-ass comic coming out of Columbus. He's a stud. He's a mountain biking legend. Beautiful, luscious locks of hair. Y'all give it up for Revie Wonder!
Fuck yeah. I'm recently single, so I've been having to carry all the groceries in my left arm, counteract all the stroking I've been doing. Any monogamous folks out here? Hell yeah, y'all seem exciting. Lovely. This one girl cheated on me so many times that I should have known, like, when I went down on her and it smelled like red apple rubber. Seems kind of obvious now. It's just hitting me here on stage. Humans are kind of stupid. Like, if we're having sex and it's really good, we just say exactly what we're doing. Fuck. Fuck. These are new jokes.
We can tell.
That's kind of hell, man. Fucking heckling me over here, telling me my jokes are stupid.
As long as I laugh, I'm alright.
Alright, stop talking. Please. I feel like you can beat my ass and I don't want to be mean. You ever just look at the words you wrote down and wish they were different? I like smoking weed. I've never been as fucked up as when I stand up too fast. If y'all see me squatting and then standing up over in the corner, I'm just trying to get a little fucked up over here. I had to go buy some weed recently, and a dealer was crying. Kind of related a little bit. I had to stop selling weed. So I was crying when people came over. It's kind of embarrassing to hit a gravity bong with tears rolling down your face. Again, these are new jokes. Not all going to be home runs. Fuck. Y'all like impressions? They're not going to be good. I'm so glad I'm cracking you up more than anybody else. That makes me really happy, dude. This is my impression of Scorpion from Mortal Kombat if he was Italian. Hey, get over here. That doesn't deserve that. But thank you. I appreciate that. You're cool as fuck. This is my impression of a robber with a foot fetish. Hands up, toes out. This is Eminem if he was forgetful. Where's my snare? That was the new one. The first two I've done before. So I'd warm y'all up with those and fucking dip my toe in the water with the next one. Fuck, it's a little chilly out here. Nuts are shriveling up. I don't normally get political, but you know, with all these countries going to war, it's troubling. I just feel like everybody needs a little more Hakuna Matata. You know what I mean? What are we talking about here? Give it up for your other comedians tonight so far. Jasper looks like the fucked up shit you see as an EMT. He also looks like he has a hot dog truck called Ask Me About My Wiener. James looks like who you turn to for Jesus. He looks like youth pastor. It's cool that Scott practices MMA because it looks like he'd touch your penis and then punch you for being gay. I gotta come up with a new one. He's heard that one a lot, and I feel like he's gonna punch me soon. I'm sorry. Give it up for your host, Bryson Byrne. Bryson looks like he passes out condoms at Halloween. Bryson looks like he was pissed off that his G.I. Joes didn't have dicks on them. I'm gonna end on a couple about myself. I look like a character out of Rocket Power grown up. I look like I wear Heelys at the airport. I look like I played Jesus in a musical. I look like I played Joe Dirt in Witness Protection. I look like I tell people that I drive a convertible, but it's just a Transformers costume. I look like the guy at yoga who tries to fuck your partner in front of you. It's not a good look, it's just a look. Damn, I can't believe I forgot the last one that I just looked at. That's how y'all know I smoke weed. Oh yeah, I look like Sailor Jerry fucked Sailor Moon. I should have known you didn't get the Sailor Moon reference. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate y'all coming out. My name's Rivy Wonder. Give it up for your host, Bryson Byrne.
Fuck yeah.
Boom. Good job, Revy. We got one more comedian coming up for you. I love those little jokes. I also look like I ask inappropriate questions at playgrounds. You ever tried a cigarette before? Yeah, it's like cereal for your lungs. Come on. Snap, crackle, pop a little Campbell Crush, buddy. Come on. But yeah, we got another comic. He's coming out of New York, and he just came down here, and I treat him as an Alabamian. He's my Alabama brother. But y'all give it up for the lovely Matt Hagen.
Everyone's doing those what do I look like jokes, huh? That's the yours were pretty harsh. I I get something worse than you, though. I get like retarded Jeff Goldblum. So I got Sacha Baron Cohen if he was a suicide bomber. So now this is nice. We're doing comedy outside. Come on, let's give it up for this, guys. This is my first time here. Wow. Well, see, that is a tricky situation for the audience, right? When you're outside, because you're inside, you're like, I gotta get some air, right? But here, you don't like it, you're stuck, I guess. But it's good, man. I'm glad to be here from New York, like your host said. I live down here now. And when I first moved here, I had no idea what to expect. Like, I literally thought every Monday, rodeo, Tuesday, square dancing, Wednesday, meth binge. Turns out I had it all wrong. The meth binge is on Thursday. All right, the meth heads here didn't like that. But yeah, man, I did a few shows. I've just moved down here recently. I just did a show in Compton, Alabama. Huh? You guys been there? Compton, Alabama. Instead of Boys in the Hood, it was Boys in the White Hoods. Was that joke OKKK? Or she's looking at me. I don't like this guy. All right, so that's all right. We're making friends here. This is an intervention for me, actually. It's not a comedy show. Yeah, no, but people want to know why I moved down here. Part of the reason is I'm sick of these whiny libtards in New York always waving the blue and yellow flag. I stand with Ukraine. I stand with Ukraine. Shut the fuck up, all right? Are you on a tank in Kiev? Do you have shrapnel lodged up your ass? Did you eat a Russian missile sandwich for breakfast? Otherwise, shut the fuck up, all right? I don't know, I'm sorry. That was more for me. This is my therapy, but man, I try to get along with all kinds of people. The other thing you find in New York are a lot of these new agey, spiritual mumbo jumbo types. You know, the kind with the healing crystals and the baby seal pet causes. Yo, I am an associate with someone like that, and literally, she just recently posted on Facebook, I wish you all joy and alignment. The joy part I get, but alignment? Really, alignment? What am I, a fucking GMC truck? Do you also wish me new brake pads and a carburetor? Like, are people walking around, oh, I'm so unaligned, man. I need some hoity-toity wackadoodle to straighten my ass out. And the other thing you're going to see in New York is a lot of fly-by-night gurus, right? Who always tell you need to get in touch with your inner child. Julia Cameron is a person like that, a creativity guru. She actually recommends that you go on a date with your inner child, okay? Let me just tell you something. I already give off pedophile vibes, all right? So I am not dating any children, all right? Real or imaginary, fuck that, all right? 10 minutes in, Chris Hansen's going to show up, all right? No, Julia Cameron recommended it. It's for creativity. Nice try, buddy, all right? You're going away. No, to catch an inner child predator, huh? Thank you. This guy's got headphones on all night. Is that the first time I've seen him laugh? I like this guy. He's my drug dealer. We'll talk later. It's great. You guys are very handsome. This guy right here, I'm straight, but if you were on Grindr, I'd swipe right, bro. I would. I don't know. He's got the legs open. Holy shit. It's 2023. I'm going gay as I'm standing here. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know this table 4 dudes. This is wow. This is great, man. Oh, man, the other comic, he was talking about the trans thing, man. You don't trans people need a new term. I support trans, by the way. Let's give it up for the trans. Yeah, be who you want. Be whoever you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm just saying, when the gay people, you become gay, you got the term you're coming out of the closet, right? But you need a term for trans people, right? You announce you're trans. What is it? Are you coming out of the closet and then going back in? You know what I mean? I think it should be like hanging out in the doorway. with your dick just right over the edge. You know, it's everything's trans now. That's what I noticed. It's not about the trans itself. It's other things. Like I noticed there's more Jews for Jesus down here. You know what I mean? Those are the trans of the religious world, right? It's like, are you Jewish or are you for Jesus, right? Do you worship the guy or did you murder him? I'm Jewish, so I can say this. It's okay, guys. Ah, man. But what I want to talk about, I'm losing it. Yeah. Man, I gotta calm down. Give me a second. It's all good. Nice looking people. See, like the other guy was talking about smoking weed. That's my problem too. I've been smoking too much fucking weed and I'm forgetting my material. Who else is with me? You guys are... Yo. Here's the thing about weed though, right? Doesn't it make you appreciate lousy movies?
Yeah.
Like I saw that movie Sharknado 2 sober. I was baffled. I watched it again high. I'm like, makes perfect sense. Sharks whirling around in giant tornadoes. The populace is defending themselves with chainsaws. A great white impaled on top of the Empire State Building. I'm like, yo, bro, this deserves an Oscar. Thank you, man. Thank you for this guy. The rest of you can go fuck yourselves. I love this guy. I don't know what the hell. He's got the head. I don't even know how he hears me. Maybe it's louder or something. I don't know. He's on my autistic wavelength right there. And the host, he's doing a great. He was talking about threesomes. Why do all comics have hot, lousy threesomes? I have that too. You know, I had a threesome once, and you know, one girl had herpes, the other robbed me. So yeah, it was. Oh man, that was not how it played out when I was practicing on the blow-up dolls. Yes. I have a friend who got it worse though. He ended up with 2 trannies. You know what I mean? Oh man, he thought he was double teaming them. They double teamed him. You know what I'm talking about? Oh man, he thought he was gonna make them his bitch. They just gave him a sore ass. You know what I mean? That was for these guys. Yeah. How about the Wonder Bra? You guys like the Wonder Bra? The Wonder Bra? Man, I finally figured out why they call it a Wonder Bra, because it's when you take those complex contraptions out, you wonder where a girl's tits went. I hooked up with a girl in a bar. She looked like Pam Anderson, right? I took her home, took off the Wonder Bra, and all of a sudden, it was like deflating an air mattress, okay? She went from triple D to single A, you know what I mean? It was Callista Flockhart to... oh, shit, I fucked that up. Pam Anderson to Callista... you get the point. Do you guys even know Callista Flockhart? Should I say Sporty Spice? I don't know. That's what they... You're like, who the fuck is Callista Flockhart? He lost me on that. The fucking Jew from New York. That was the end. I liked everything but Callista Flockhart. Why is he... All right. And this is being recorded. I don't know who's going to watch this. This is unbelievable. By the way, guys, I'm doing okay tonight, but I did a little better at my mother's funeral. I'm just telling you. I did like 20 minutes at her eulogy, and let me just say, it was like an HBO special, right? I like that you guys are hanging out. Are you guys all live around here? What's your story? You live?
Oh, yeah.
Student or what? Just graduated. What are you studying, man?
What? I graduated with marketing.
Marketing. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you can help this fucking place with some marketing. We need some more people in here. Look, let's work with this guy, and we're gonna build this into an empire. You know, we'll have a podcast here like Andrew Schultz or something, right? We'll do that. Would you guys like it if I do my whole set like this? I'm Bert Kreischer. Holy shit! I just gotta get fatter, and I'm good, man. Russian Mafia. All right. Anyway, so no, you guys are Bert Kreischer fans. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't. Amy Schumer. You guys like Amy Schumer? Do you know she was gonna play Barbie? Amy Schumer's gonna play Barbie. Now there's a toy that won't fit in the box. That's a crowd pleaser. Talk too much. This is gonna be translated later, guys, to English. Yes, it's gonna be translated. I think I'll leave you with a story. I've just been going off on various topics, but I used to live in Los Angeles, right? And now, a lot of the women there, they are very into the doggy style sex. I don't know if you know that, but that's how it goes over there, right? And I finally figured out why. It took a while. It's because when you're having sex with a girl from LA and you're doing a doggy style, right? She could be on her cell phone, right? She's got her hands free, right? Cause so this literally happened, right? I'm going at it. I'm doing my best. I'm getting into it, you know. And she's texting, man. She's sending out work emails, right? So I tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, do you mind, right? And she goes, huh? I said, well, we're kind of having sex here. Could you maybe put down the phone? She goes, oh my God, this is going to sound weird, but I thought we were like at dinner. So most guys wouldn't talk to this girl again, but not me. I'm a psycho, you know what I mean? So a couple of weeks go by. I text her, right? I text her, what are you doing? She texts me back, having sex. So I text her, with whom? And she texts me back, don't know. So I put down my phone, tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, turn around. All right, guys, thanks very much. Give it up, give it up.
Great fucking job. Way to end the night. Hell yes. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. That's all the show we got. Yeah, we're going to keep growing. Maybe $3 cover next time. No, we'll keep it at 10. But thank you guys. Tip your bartender in there. And don't go nowhere. Keep having a good time. Keep eating food. Keep drinking. And again, thanks for coming, y'all. Have a good night.
Good shit, bro.
Why coming so late?